Hey there, I wanted to show you how to create a slideshow using Muse, and there's some really great tools in the slideshow panel under the widgets library. So as I mentioned before, it's always great to have your work prepared before you start building in Muse. So I have a folder where I have all of my assets for this slideshow. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to grab a blank widget under slideshow, and it comes in with a background fill color of gray, which I don't want, so I'm just going to turn that off, and I'm going to come over and I'm just going to drag this to the edge of my browser window so that it's 100%, and I'm going to proportionally size it up a little bit. I'm going to bring down all the Muse controls that I don't need. Just get them out of the way for the moment. So when you're working in the slideshow widget, this little circle with the triangle on it, or this little circle with the arrow on it, brings up your slideshow options. And for what I'm doing, I'm going to turn off my captions, and I'm going to turn off the counter. And so now I just have the previous and the next control. And I'm going to move it over to the edge. And you can see that Muse has the same kind of smart guides which will enable you to line it up with the edge of your browser. And you can also make sure that they're in alignment. And again, for this, I'm going to turn off the fill color so it's just floating. And I think I'm going to make my arrow just a little bit stronger using my text bar. So I'm going to come over to the color and I'm going to make it this gray, and I'm going to make it bold. Okay. And now I'm going to come back and I'm going to tap in the window. I'm going to get my controller and I'm going to hit Add Images. Now I've prepared a folder, Work for the Slideshow, and this is in my Assets folder, Muse Asset folder. Inside of it, I have all the elements that I've been building my website with. I've got art images for the slideshow, and I've got work for the slideshow. So since this is the broadcast page, I'm going to put in some of my broadcast work. And now I can come over here and I can click Previous, and it will enable me to scroll through my slideshow. So let's take a look at this by previewing the page in the browser. So the other controls you have in Muse for the slideshow, let's come back to this for a second, take a look at this. And let's open up the top of the slideshow. And we can change the transition. We can say, let's look at it moving horizontally. Let's have each image up for 3 seconds. Let's have it in autoplay. So let's take a look at what this horizontal transition is going to look like in Muse. So it's literally turned into a wipe. It's wiping between the frames. I can also come back here and set this by saying, let's see what a vertical image looks like, a vertical transition. I guess I like the fade better, the transition being a fade. So this is how you get started building slideshows for Muse. Now this particular one, I'm showing you is a large screen, but you can go in and build these smaller, where you have little thumbnails that you can control. Let me show you that. So right now I have my thumbnails turned off. Let me show you what this looks like. Here are all my thumbnails, and I could use these thumbnails. I could use these thumbnails to control my slideshow if I chose to. I'll show you how that works. So these become kind of a menu, if you will. Let me scroll down, get rid of all this, since we don't need all this much of the browser showing. And what this is going to do, so now my thumbnails are on, so I can give somebody the ability to click through images just by selecting them in with the thumbnail view. There we go. So I hope you'll take some time and assemble a slideshow in Muse. It's a great way to show off your portfolio. Thanks so much.